Welcome back, everyone, to the beginning of round 6 now. Six
okay.
now.
Wow.
We have an absolute delight for you in this round. Hamish, do you want to introduce them?
Absolutely. We have Yorgos and Panturk. Now, here's a little story, right? So, Yorgos is a streamer on Twitch that I watch a lot of. His name's Chaos Saxo, or Fab Chaos on Twitch. And Panturk, which I'm probably going to get this wrong, but I know him as Panturk because that's his name on the Twitch. So
Michael Kritik.
Michael, but he's Panturk. I just know him as Panturk on Twitter. Twitch. So Panturk types all the time, chats to Yorgos while he's streaming Flesh and Blood, and so do I. So what a weird, strange events now that those two are playing and I'm casting their match.
Not long ago, during my my drive to get internationals, I played a couple of the organised EU stream events.
Yeah.
And in the final of one of those, I ended up playing against Yorgos, Maikatsu versus his Viscerai.
Oh, right.
And I beat him. So he came and found me straight this weekend. He's like, I want to play you this weekend. I said, I can't because I'm casting.
Hey!
So at least we get to cast the game and show off his wares, as it were.
Yeah.
I mean, these players are both 5-0. They're at the sharp end of the event.
Yeah.
It's going to look amazing to see how they cope in actually a matchup that we haven't seen really.
No. I mean,
Bravo versus Levia.
Yeah, I know. What this is, we've showcased quite a lot of Lexi games because we've been trying to find some like really great matchups. Like we see a Bolton, we see a
We've seen a couple of Boltons now.
Yeah, I know. We sort of Dorinthia as well.
Yeah,
and we're like, this is going to be a really cool matchup. And then a lot of the opponents were a lot of Lexis. But this time around, it's been amazing that we can actually get a Levia versus Bravo matchup. Now, should we just talk a little bit about that matchup?
Well, why don't we see if we can get up the cards to watch out for Bravo?
Yeah.
But Bravo's a hero that's sort of been ever present since the very beginning. He'd come out and welcome to Wraith.
Yeah.
He's always been there or thereabouts. But now we've got new tech. So Starstruck has come out in Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, absolutely. It's mega.
10 power, cost 7. The crush effect.
It's really relevant.
It's really relevant.
Really relevant.
And it's got Unity. So when it defends with another card, Bravo doesn't mind defending.
No, not at all.
It gets another Seismic Surge token.
Yeah. And then he's still got the usual Crippling Crush and...
Well, Pummel.
I mean, Bravo Pummel.
Can you imagine a Bravo without Pummel?
Not at all. It's unheard of. But maybe they ran the blues. I don't know. Maybe they ebb and flow. But a Pummel with Bravo is just, it's made for him, isn't it?
It's incredible.
Yeah, absolutely.
See if we can get time for Levia's card to watch. Not in time.
But if there was 3 cards to watch out for, I think it'd be quite obviously the Scowling Fleshbag is a big deal. Art
it's
of War
huge.
is a
Dread Screamer.
And Dread Screamer. Yeah, they're the 3 cards I'd actually just look out for. But look at this. These 2 guys are just just good friends. Everyone here just meeting up on the internet and playing this amazing game.
I love the fact I had a number of conversations with people around the hall today and yesterday, and the number one thing people are talking about is community.
Yes.
And the community feel. This game, Flesh and Blood, as LSS wanted it to do, brings people together in the flesh and blood, in the spirit of great games, and everyone is enjoying seeing their friends they made online, they've played against online, across borders. It's incredible how we can bring these people together.
Right, we're going to start off. Levia's going first. We're going to just go straight in with the Scab Skin, rolling for 3. Why not? First turn 0, no downside. No, not at all. If you just get the 2, you get 2 actions, it's all good. But just going to go for the 1. Izzy, he's probably just going to potentially swing in. Yeah.
A Beast Within, get it out.
It's coming in for 6. Quite easy. No big deal for Yorgos. Just blocking for 6. All good. Arsenal over to Yorgos.
Interesting that Yorgos has got the Titan's Fist and the Steelhand Buckler here.
Yeah. Now, I don't want to try and call this wrong, and I would love to. I'll catch up with. Well, you'll probably hear about it later on, whoever takes over. But I actually think that they're putting in all this equipment to actually be more aggressive. I know that Anathos is actually really a really aggressive weapon because they're coming in for 6. But having this large amount of equipment just to sort of go, I'm going to block this huge turn so that I'm able to do my big Bravo dominate attack into this really impactful turn. And we're coming in straight away with the Guardians of the Shadow Realm. Wow. Okay,
Wow, everyone. I mean, that's a card that we have not seen.
I
It blocks 6, defense reaction, can be brought back from the banish zone.
Yeah, and if he's managing to flip over into the Leviathan consumed,
Yeah.
then that's something that can be played out of the banish
Wow.
zone. I know this is going to be good. But yeah, the reason why I think Bravo is doing all the equipment stuff is just so you can block up big
Yeah.
and then be able to go, right, I don't have to take a lot of damage,
Yeah.
come in for the dominate,
Okay.
crippling crush or whatever. But that's my feeling of it. I don't imagine he's going to be trying to fatigue Leviathan. I don't think you can.
And what are we expecting from Leviathan? We've seen a Beast Within, we've seen a Savage Feast. We've not seen any big shadow cards played just yet.
Just yet. Yeah, no.
That's a Blood Rush Bellow in the pitch zone there.
He's pitch stacking. This is a game where we're just going to be going through, just cycling through some okay card turns, getting ready for that big turn. You want to get that Blood Rush Bellow ready for when Leviathan flips, right?
Yeah.
If you're pitching it up now, it's like, yeah, okay, you could,
Yeah,
but this might be more impactful later on.
good point. Now, Yorgos using 2 defense reactions there to block the Savage Feast.
Yeah.
Rather than taking 2 damage. So he's overblocked by 2.
He wants to get rid of these defense reactions.
Okay.
He wants to cycle out
So
all of
first
these.
cycle, get them out.
Get them out, get them play. You know, you could trying to make these defense reactions as effective as possible, but sometimes as well, you just want to just get them out of your deck, ready for your deck second cycle of, and both of these gentlemen here are going to be
And
playing
look
for
at that.
cycle.
We see that pitch stack forming with the Starstruck and a Thunderquake Blue pitched just to play the Titan's Fist.
Well, you can see that the Blood Rush Bellow is pitched last turn.
Yeah, it's going to
now
line up
we're
with the
gonna line up
Starstruck.
with the Starstruck, yeah. So just keep an eye on that. So it doesn't matter. It's just coming in for 4. Doesn't look very sexy, but the second cycle is going to be wild. That's when things are going to kick up. So Michael's having a think here. He's most likely not going to take that full 4. He's just thinking which one he want to block up. Beast Within.
Another
That's
Beast
fine.
Within. That's 2 gone.
It's
Less chance of losing life off those later.
That eyeball, man. It does more damage.
It's terrifying.
It is terrifying. It can create something really, really cool interactions of being able to discard and banish and turn off the blood debt and stuff like that. But sometimes it can be a little bit more of a liability when you need to keep that health total up.
So again, we're seeing a bit of the pitch stacking coming from Michael here, or Mikal.
So we're having a look. Cheers,
Pitching
Yorgos.
a red and a blue.
So it was the swing big and the Deadwood Screamer. So the swing big is really
Deadwood Rumbler.
Deadwood Rumbler. Yeah, that's it.
And an interesting equipment block there.
Yeah, I think he just one card. Yeah, so he just wanted to block 1 card. So this is
Yeah.
our point. He's using his equipment so
Yeah.
he can be a little bit more aggressive. Using the shield, the legs, 1 card to block for 6, and then come back in with the crippling
Crush. It's a big card.
It is a huge card, absolutely.
I mean, we picked it out on our cards to watch for Bravo. Coming in for
the light of soul
is back on.
It just turned around and went, here's your crippling crush.
Just trying to banish Leviathan to
yeah, absolutely. Soul,
the depth of hell.
Soul is trying to work against it, but that was actually a well-timed crippling crush.
I think it was.
Literally.
We're looking at 11 damage on the board off pitch. Well, 6 pitch plus a seismic surge, was it? No, we're not playing seismic surges.
Okay, yeah, this is fine. He's just stripping cards, but he's used up Swing Big and a Hungering Slaughter Beast there, and that's the first block we've got from the Scab Skins.
Sorry, it was Tunic and 6 pitch. My bad.
Tunic and 6 bit. Oh yeah,
for the 7 cost card.
That's it.
Rolling Scabs 3.
3. That's
Again, not the worst.
Well, if
not
he's
the best.
but if he's got a big turn,
What card do we see there, Hamish?
We got to say it quietly, Simon.
Slithering Shadowbeam. Everyone, sorry, that's
we get very excited when we see Slithering Shadowbeam.
That's our
because
preview card.
There was our preview card, yeah.
And
what was the term, Sean? What was it that Trip used to always say? He was like
Blind the Enemy.
Blind the Enemy. That's it. Blind the Enemy.
So we've actually spoken to the artist of Slithering Shadowpeed today.
Yes. Oh.
and he was very impressed with our preview video. He thought we got it thematically very, very well done.
Well, if you're going to give us a giant monster with human arms and legs as a beast, I mean, you know, it kind of looks quite grotesque.
Yes.
We're gonna bring some.
We got it.
grotesque.
We nailed
Anyway,
it.
Regardless, Titan Fist coming in for 4, blocks for 2, take 2.
Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, easy as that.
Here we go. Dread
Oh,
Screamer.
yeah.
We're going to banish some cards from the graveyard.
It begins. It begins. Now, I can imagine he's probably set up a 1 cost, like a Slithering Shadowpede, or even maybe a Diabolic Cofferin, maybe a the Bone Marauder.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so what are we getting rid of? Oh, yeah, of course, you're going to get rid of 6 cost, but we've got
Guardian of the Shadow Realm in the banished zone now.
It's exciting to see it in the banished zone, but at the same time, it's probably not doing anything at the minute.
No, he's not going to pay the 2 to get it back.
No, I don't imagine
That would be a
will.
4-cost defense reaction.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Roughly.
No, that doesn't sound good.
Aiden, I don't know what you're talking about. The late rounds, this is just Hamish's tempo 24/7.
What? What are you saying? Do I sound like I'm a tyrant?
the descent into madness that's currently ongoing.
No.
This is just Hamish all the time.
This is pure me. Don't worry.
Mark of the Beast goes straight to banish zone.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's
Easy as
another 6 power.
We need to just turn off the blood debt now. And Mark of the Beast is fine. Just turn that blood debt off.
They're both 6 power attacks, 12 damage, blocked up by Bravo, as you'd expect.
Yeah.
Get that deck cycling.
Wow, the Light of Souls.
It's all over the place.
Yeah, it's really kicking in. So we're coming in with another Dreadwood Screamer. Someone get this man an umbrella. The glare is real.
I think you call it a parasol in the sunlight, don't you?
Is it a parasol? Is it really? I call it
An umbrella's for the rain, a
thought it was
parasol's for the sun.
Learn something every day. I was just call it the outdoor umbrella. Rain or sun.
We're being joined by DM Armada in the chat who revealed Vincent.
He did a fantastic job.
I know.
I really love that. That was really good. I know a few things about Descent into Madness. DM Armada hit us up.
And our Greek followers are joining us in the chat now.
Yeah, absolutely. We got the Greek guys on.
So Dread Screamer blocked for 4. Yorgos taking 2 damage. Go again from the banish, and we look at Gravel and Growl for 7.
Are they simple as that?
Simple. Off
Simple
1
as
blue,
that.
13 damage.
This feels like a literal battle of light versus shadow.
It is.
It is
well,
literally because
Aria, not Soul.
No. But I just want Shadow to see the cards, and the light is battling.
The light is battling us. Laurent, should you go and buy Leviathan Redeemed? I mean, they're still quite expensive. They're not cheap right now.
I just got news in that Alan is seething, and he should go grab a parasol, or maybe a coat. Just put a big coat over everything.
So Laurent, the Leviathan Redeemed might well jump up in price a little bit, but they're not cheap already. So
no,
if you're going to play Leviathan, go and get one now.
Yeah, 100%. I think the prices of these. I mean, we're not here to talk about market watch speculation or anything like that, but it's just a really cool card to own, and it makes the hero do more interesting things.
I mean, unless you want the Marvel version, in which case you're probably
that's a collector's item.
Yeah.
Let's be real. That's just a collector's item.
So Mikhail is taking chip damage off the Titan's Fist, turn by turn. Yorgos has taken a couple of damage off the Dread Screamers.
Yeah.
This is just, as we said at the beginning, this is a bit cagey. Cycle the decks through to the big combos.
It's...
3-3-3 on the scab.
If you're going to tell me that there's going to be a...
here we go.
Oh, hey up. Hang on. Is the sun going down? The sun going down?
Don't let the sun go down on me.
Oh.
No.
Simon.
Have you not heard the song?
Oh, is it a song? Yeah. Simon. What's the time?
Wow.
Come on, get that remote.
Wow.
Let's see what's on Netflix.
Oh.
Wait, hang on. I don't mean...
I think Hamish is asking me to Netflix and chill, guys.
Okay, we got... Hang on, you just threw me off course.
Did someone Greek's well represented? Someone's just chucking Greek food items, souvlaki tzatziki into the chat here.
Yeah,
I agree. Greek food is incredible. I don't think that's what we're expecting Yorgos to do today. He's not going to make kebabs out of Levia.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not
Okay.
Yet. Not yet. Oh, okay. Finally, we've got a 2-turn scab roll. A 2-turn scab roll? And a scab roll that was turned into 2 actions. That's
Okay,
what I mean.
mate.
That's what I mean. Alan saying he really wants a large bottle of Coke. So, thank you, Alan. Back to you.
No. So again, this is the third CNC.
We're creating shadow, everyone.
This
Anyway.
is the third CNC now.
Yes. And then
Um,
we've got Starstruck.
and we've blocked with Starstruck. So we've got a
Yes,
seismic.
we've got a seismic surge token now.
Can he do anything with
Oh, there we go. It's the Doomsday.
it? Because he's got an unmovable.
No,
And
listen, Simon. It's the Doomsday. You
He's
have
played
to
it already.
Follow me. Bum, bum, bum. That's what, every time you play Doomsday.
is that what happens?
That's what happens.
Okay, sorry. I missed the memo.
Okay. That was what happened when me and Trip did it.
Do we think Plasma Fet is a good play here?
Why not? I mean,
It takes a turn to get rid of it.
it does take a turn to get rid of it. It's a turn off to get rid of it. Obviously, Michael feels like it is a pretty good time to do it. I mean, when is it a good time to play Doomsday? It's a hard call sometimes, but you know, he's rolled that 2, and he needed to get the big 2-card.
So chat is saying that we
hang
have
on.
an
We have a
issue with a
judge.
card.
Yeah, no worries. If
Because if he did use the sigil and then it went to the bottom of the deck,
yeah,
we probably need to sort that out.
good question. Right, so he put sigil on the bottom of his deck. Yeah, not a problem. We will get a judge over there to have a look at that, and Alan is also listening in to everything that we're saying as well. So I can see that
Another
he can-
2 turns off the scab skins on this one.
absolutely.
Sorry, 2 action points.
2 action points from the scab skins. Just want to be very clear as well, is that I think when all these things go on, it is what it is. You know, sometimes I would say that it's mostly unintentional, but at the same time, it is. It can't happen.
No, it can
absolutely
happen,
not.
but
It can happen, but it absolutely shouldn't
shouldn't.
happen. It should not happen. So we're getting a judge in just to have a look, and
There are definitely 6 power cards in that banish.
yeah, absolutely. And all it takes now is just for a judge to go have a look to see if a sigil was played and put onto the bottom of the deck. That's what the chat and we've just spotted as well.
So it was spotted that the Bravo player played a sigil, gained life, and then it went to the bottom of the deck rather than to the
in
graveyard.
the discard pile.
So
So it's on the bottom.
it should be the first card on the bottom of the deck.
Yeah.
Um,
So we're gonna get a judge to.
he put the
just
sigil in the
put-
grave? I don't know.
We're just gonna have a little look. We're just gonna have a little pause just to see if a sigil was put on the bottom of the deck, whether it was pitched.
There is a
So
sigil.
There is a sigil there, and he said he's only probably was paid 1 sigil. Sorry, everyone. It's always good to just double check anyway.
Yeah. So it was played 2 sigils, and one was on the
Sigils
bottom of
been
the deck.
played, one's been put on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, that's not a problem.
There you go.
There we go. Sorted.
Well,
I mean, is
as we've said on the stream a couple of times,
Yeah.
we want to see games that are played fairly,
absolutely
and that wasn't a malicious move. It's just got caught up in the
in the heat of things.
things.
The thing is though, even when we're looking for it now, is that you know, intent. It's very hard to point out.
There's no
And,
intent there.
it's hard for the chat to say, oh,
Yeah.
you know, this guy was intently doing it, and then it's hard for us to also defend it wasn't.
But
at the
I'm
end of the
glad
day-
we've picked
but
it
we
up,
picked it up
and
it's been
corrected it
resolved.
before there's been an issue.
Absolutely. So it's been resolved. It's been played. No drama. Both sides are happy to move to carry on playing.
So we've seen a slithering Shadowpede played with an
coming in for
unmovable,
8. So
and then another slithering Shadowpede.
Yeah,
because
so
of the
he-
extra action point.
yeah, so he rolled. So I believe he rolled a 5 on the scab skins. He came in. He played the howling non-attack action that gives the next attack +2. So then he went slithering. So 8 then 6. And then Yorgos is just gonna swing an attack and kill Blasphemous. So that's the end of Blasphemous.
Done.
We've got a blood
here we
rush
go.
turn. Oh,
So
I'm
every
picturing
brute's
a blue.
favourite card, Blood Rush Bellows. I would imagine they've not left any of this to chance.
I imagine this was it is what it is, but I think he didn't want that one because
It's good resources.
You always want to keep that one just to pitch up.
But now we have +2. We've discarded a 6, so the Mandible Claws get
Plus
go
two.
again.
Yeah.
And
So it's 5. Go again.
yeah,
And that is a defense reaction. So just taking 1. I don't believe there's going to be anything more potentially, but he's just looking at the fate there just to opt for 1.
yeah.
So where are we going to go now? We're going to go for the second one.
Second claw.
Yeah, that's
good resource base.
Good, seems reasonable. I can see that Yorgos has got an immovable in his hand now, which is probably
that
fine.
could be.
It's
Yeah,
probably fine. You know, he's going to take 2 here, and then if he's going to come in and swing in with a big, oh, here we go. Yeah, wow. Okay, that's an 11, depending on whether he well, depends on what he banish. Yeah, depends what he's putting in the banish zone. If he gets rid of a 6, that's going to come in for 11, which is, you know, that's not a big load of damage, but
yeah.
I mean, Yorgos has got that immovable sitting in his hand. Yep. So that's definitely
There you go.
That's
Coming in for 11.
Yeah.
If he's got the blue and an unmovable,
He does.
that's okay.
That's about as good as he can get, really. It's a matter of does he want to throw any equipment in? I don't matter.
He's got a Terra Sunder and an unmovable.
Yeah.
There you go.
Is what it is, isn't it? So taking 4 damage there. That's so what's that in total? 1, 2, 3, 7 damage from a Blood Rush Bella turn. That was a really that's actually a fair.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. No, as the Bravo player. Okay. So Yorgos just draws up. He's just having a look through now. It's very important to keep an eye on what's going on in the banish because when the Levia eventually does do the flip, it's very important to keep an eye on what are the cards that are going to be coming out of that banish and coming back. So it's Dread Screamers and so on.
But also, we need to know how much blood debt's in there now.
Yeah, 100%.
Because if Levi doesn't banish a 6 cost, she doesn't turn off blood debt.
Yeah, absolutely. So
there's always
radio in, Alan. If there's any way we can have a dice keeping it on track with the blood debt in the banish zone, that would be cool. If not, we'll work with it. The lighter soul's with us, literally.
There's a lot of chat going on in the chat at the moment. I think these two players are quite aware that this game could go long, so they are playing fast.
Yes.
We're going to draw a line under the incident that the judge was called for. I think the game state was corrected.
Yep.
We're not going to talk about intent or non-intent now, but I think both players realise this is going to be
honestly
a good game.
If there was there's the point of appeals. There's the point of appeals, right? So if Michael was sitting there and it felt like actually no, I'm not happy with this judge call. I want to have an appeal. The appeal will come in, and that's it. Michael accepted that. Oh, that was genuinely a mistake. Where they both sat there and said it was a mistake. So those two move on, and that's it.
And we're just going to enjoy the game because actually this is shaping up to be a good battle of the second cycle.
Absolutely. So we've got a Dread Screamer coming in for 6 with a go again. This is just the sort of play patterns that is actually really doing Levia just huge favours here because it's just 2 card 12s.
2 card 12. 2 card 13.
Well, no, and he's even
he's blocked it out.
And he's just blocked 13. You know, it's just
we have a wall.
Wow. And we've got the Borvo. Everyone's coming in with the Borvo. Now, I don't want to really. I don't think we can do the Borvo as good as the DM and the Flakes, right? Because that's their.
I'm not going for that.
Nah. Because, you know, it's just they're just really good at doing the Borvo. I can't see. I can't even do it.
Don't even try.
I don't even try. You know, I just dip my toe in. You know, I can't swim. I can't swim. It's cool. I wanted to have a little go though. You're like this. I can't swim. I'm not doing it. I'm like,
you give it a go.
I can't do this.
You should try everything twice, right? Just in case. Just in case.
That old saying.
Yeah.
At least try twice.
Yeah. I mean, if you go to a fancy restaurant and you don't enjoy the food, you've got to try it again. Maybe the chef was having a bad day.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Dread Screamer again.
Dread Screamer for blue this time round. It's blue this time round. And I like it. We've got a dice counting up and the Light of Soul is doing its work.
So 9 blood debt so far.
Blood debt. That's fair. So curious what the Blasphemous Fair on the. Oh, hey, there we go. I just thought, oh wow, Levy just turns really cool. But it was just, I just wanted to put it on top of it.
Just there.
I suppose so. So Dreadstreamer coming in for 4. Go again. Blood Debt is we got some. We're using damage
I
dice.
think we're up to 10 now. I think we're up to 10.
We're just up.
11. 11.
There we go. That's much better.
11.
11.
So
What was that off again?
it was a Scottish comedy
It
show.
was, wasn't it? Yeah. 11.
Okay, so we got Dread Screamer 4 into a Gravel and Growl for 7.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
not bad.
No. This is just the common play patterns of Dread
It's
Screamer
so
followed
straight.
by
Can I
1.
just say, this is so surreal.
Do you want to? Are you going to say?
I'm just going to say.
You're just going to say. Go on.
This is so surreal.
Ooh, humble.
Watching a Levia at 5-0 on a calling stream.
Yeah.
Like 2 months ago.
I know.
Was this possible?
No.
Not really.
No. It was just. It just wasn't. It just wasn't real enough. But now we've got more cards that are 1 cost.
Yeah.
This cost curve deal that Levia is getting is just really strong.
different,
But it's
yeah.
not even that. It's the husk. And I know he's
Yeah.
not playing Scowling Fleshbag in this matchup, but the Husk and the Scowling Fleshbag are just brilliant tools for aggro matchups. And then add on top of that, we've got Levia's new hero, like added a hero ability, and it's just, you've got a recipe of just a completely refined deck.
We've got a humble on
It's
the stat.
a
On the
very
stat.
humble. It's a
which,
humble.
which is going to turn off the hero ability.
Yeah.
However, there is 1 resource floating and the tunic.
Oh, I mean,
I
that's
wonder
very
what
humble.
could be in Arsenal.
It's probably nothing, right? Probably nothing. It's just a humble.
Do you think?
It's a humble.
A humble.
A humble.
A humble.
Yeah. Or it could quite literally, it could be a pummel.
It could be a pummel.
A humble pummel. You say that
Now,
really fast. Say that 3 times really fast.
However,
Humble pummel.
if this does hit, and Mikal's Blood Debt hero ability is turned off,
Yeah.
then he will also automatically, well, not automatically, will then drop to below 13 with Blood Debt. So he
Yeah,
will
but
then
with
be able
his-
to go Levi consumed.
Why not?
No, he would be able to.
Yeah, he would be able to. Yeah, but it's but it's not ideal. I don't think I don't think you want to go to.
I don't think he wants to drop.
No, you don't want to
He
drop
has
at
to-
that health. You
but
want to drop at 15 or
Is he going to
14.
play around the pummel?
Oh, he's going to husk.
Because he could still pay for the Guardian of the Shadow Realm.
Pummel,
Oh, that's an action. Sorry, you
and
need.
he knew
yeah.
it was coming, so he's going to put in.
There you go.
He knew it was coming.
But Husk is gone.
The husk is gone.
That is a big step.
Yeah, 100%. But it was an inevitable point. It was inevitable that the husk was obviously going to get thrown in at some stage. And I think, did he want it to be thrown in now? Maybe.
Okay, so Hungering Slaughter Beast, just 7.
Just?
No go again.
No, that's fine. But
Banish 3 cards. Turn off your Blood Debt.
That deck, the deck of Yorgos is looking really thin. I don't know why I'm saying it, the deck of Yorgos. Oh my god, the shadow has descended. We can actually somewhat see some cards.
We are, I mean, you say looking pretty thin. Yes, he is working through his pitch deck. The combo must be coming.
Yeah.
Must be coming.
At the minute, I'm feeling like this is in Michael's favour. I feel like this is in Michael's favour. I feel it.
I feel it.
I feel
in
it,
your
yeah.
waters.
In my
I feel it in my
gut, in my
plums.
bowels. In my bowels? My gut.
In your gut.
In my gut, I'll do. That's probably a bit
Did
better.
you ever watch Eastbound and Down? Kenny Powers?
No.
Okay.
No, was that what the show was called?
There was a character that Will Ferrell played, like a car
Oh.
salesman, and he just...
I feel
could-
it in my
I feel it in my plums.
bones. Yeah.
In my plums.
My plums.
Um,
But yeah, no. The reason why I'm saying that is because Levia has just got a really, really good end game.
Flake gets it.
Flake gets it.
Yeah.
I feel it in my plums. So the Levia has this really, really, really good end game.
Here we go.
That she can just draw on this banish zone to just
Yes.
keep that end game going, and eventually just run. Look, Yorgos will just run out of threats.
Well, it looks like we're getting close to that point. I mean, Levia now has an Art of War turn.
Or Yorgos is actually trying to just mill Michael out because
But he's nowhere close.
No, but
Mikal's ahead on cards and,
But-
almost life.
But if he flips over into consume now, and then he's got to banish 13 cards every turn.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I
yeah,
reckon
yeah.
at the same time, Michael won't let that happen. He'll
Yeah.
probably flip to redeem.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe. We've got a long game.
So Art of War into
It's an Art War into a
Writhing
Writhing Beast Hulk.
Beast Hulk.
Thank you, Barry. So yeah, that's got
So he's given it.
that's gonna have dominate. If he he
Yeah,
does.
he has.
Yeah, he has. So 6 more in banish. It gains dominate. So it's a 9 dominate.
With Go Again from Art of War, did he choose?
Yeah, we'll go again from Art of War. Yeah. Go again.
It's not
from Art of War.
9, is it? Where did he get the extra? It's 6, isn't it?
Yeah, it should be 6. I think he's obviously punted up somewhere. Right, we've got a block for 7.
7.
Yeah, taking 2.
Oh, Hal gave it +3. Sorry.
Wow.
My bad.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you,
chat.
chat. Thanks, Douglas.
We're just talking about plums too much.
Just plums. Dominate, 9 dominate.
Into a
Followed
swing
by
big.
Swing Big for 8.
Wow.
This is big.
Wow, this is a huge turn. This is a real
9
big
plus
turn.
8.
So blocking 6, take 2. So in total, that's fine. Just chip through. These are Levi's doing some
It's going well.
Yeah, he's doing some big turns, but it's
You can't discount the recursion from banishing
No.
banishing cards from graveyard and then playing them again. I mean, you get to play Hal from Beyond twice.
No, it's big. I'm just trying to dig deep here and working out what's Yorgos's end game.
A combo of some kind.
Is Yorgos really
doesn't-
after the combo, or do you think he's just trying to maybe? I don't know if fatiguing Levier at this point is the plan, but I'm trying to work out what his end game is here. Not saying like it's bad, but that deck looks real thin.
It does.
It does look real thin.
We've got some more life game. Another Art of War turn
Another
coming.
Art of War. Pitch in a blue. He's going to banish.
He's banishing to get 2 card draws.
Drop 2 and go again. There we go. Yeah, thank you. I love thank you, Barry. The token passing gives us a hand knowing what's being said. Right.
And a blood rush. Oh my goodness. This is the big turn.
Oh, okay.
Is this the pitch stack? Is this the
pitch stack?
Did it come back round already?
Yeah.
No, Bravos would have come round first.
Believe so. I mean, depends how much. But the thing is, Michael's will probably come round first, right? Because he's Art of War in, so he's drawing 2 more cards.
Yeah,
So
well,
he's getting through his deck a lot quicker. I feel like that's the meme, isn't it?
Yeah.
With the man with the butterfly.
Yeah,
is this
yeah,
the
yeah.
pitch stack?
This is big. I mean, this is 4 cards on a turn drawn.
Yeah, and we've got
So Mikhail still has 3 cards in hand.
we've got +2
and
on all
+2
brute
damage,
attacks.
yeah.
And the next attack action has got go again.
Go again.
Yeah, this is going to slam. But Yorgos has also got quite a bit of armor still.
He's got 4 armor block plus the
that's
tunic.
Not bad. I mean, for some people, that's actually starting armor. You know,
Breezy's turned up in the chat.
breezy. I showed up just in time for
There
the
are
Art of
some.
War
There are
BRB
still some
turn.
Viscerais doing top table work too.
Art of War Blood Rush, but what can you say? It all depends on what he's drew, though. So sometimes he could just get a load of red. So that could be really awkward there. Oh, well, hang on. What's this?
5 go again.
No. I've just seen the chains. That new chains card.
Chains of Mephitis.
Is that how you say it?
Mephitis.
My fetus. That's not right. Surely not. But that card in that deck is wow. That's didn't expect to see that. I wonder what that strategy would have been. So
Another 5 go again. This is big turn.
okay, yeah. So using the Crown Providence.
Yorgos taking some damage.
He's got to. I mean, Blood Rush Bellow, you're always going to be taking damage. There's no way you can't. And then straight in for a Beast Within. It's
Ooh.
got go again. And
it's coming for 8.
And it's coming in for 8. So Yorgos knows he's just taking loads and loads and loads of damage here. This is it. But I knew that I felt like the Art of War term was probably not going to get its full impact because, you know, it's very difficult to actually just push through 2 big attack action turns followed up by the claws as well. So it was just claw.
Claw, big attack.
It felt like very much like a pretty standard Blood Rush Bellow turn. So the Art of War was just.
But it was good. The card
Probably
draw
just the
gave him
card
enough
draw.
resources to
Yeah,
play
yeah.
all 3 attacks.
That's true. So again, Titan's Fist coming in for 4, take 1. So we're down to 15 now.
See, the Plague Hive is on our level. The Chains of My Fetus sounds like a deathcore band.
Yes. It probably is, to be honest. Oh, if it isn't a deathcore band, it's definitely a song. And I've probably listened to it by accident. Oh, I'll stop the blood debt from triggering. Aha.
Yeah, no, Art of War is so good in Levia because you can tailor your 6 banish.
Come on, chat. Join us. Help us. Look,
I mean,
all your eyeballs.
It turned off blood debt and it drew 2 cards.
Yes. That was probably the intention.
That is not to be sniffed at. We are in second cycle for both heroes.
Yeah, we're definitely hitting that point. We are going for the
for
the 6. Oh,
3 action points. I'm not sure Yorgos has enough life
I think
to get this combo off.
Yeah, this is where the power of Levia's like the ability to just push through you. It's outs, isn't it? It's all about the outs. Having Husk is an out. Having Scanning Flashback is an out. Having the hero ability to flip is an out. And if all else fails, I've got Gambler's Gloves and just roll the dice, and I'll just get 3 action points straight out of nowhere.
That looks like a lovely alternate art Boneyard Marauder, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's a Team Covenant.
It looks like it might be a Team Covenant one.
It is a Team Covenant one.
So that's coming in for 9.
No, it's not. It's coming in for 6. We just did a swap around. Is it coming in for 9? No, it should be coming in for 6.
It's 9 plus 6 plus 3 if it banished a. No, that's not. That's Endless More, isn't it?
That's just Endless More. This
it's
is
just 6.
1 for 6.
It's just 6.
It's
2
just
6s.
Yeah. This is just straight up just throwing.
Sorry, I'm getting confused with the Endless More.
Yeah, no, the artwork. You can throw you off. I know that, but just go 1 for 6. 1 for
1 for 6. 1 for 6.
And then he's got what? 2 resources.
Yeah.
For 12.
That was it. That was the turn.
That's the turn. And then 4. But it's so cool that he's just managing to just keep that, just to keep that hand and just keep putting the pressure on for 4. So he's just going to take. That's 4 now. So we are now. Well, obviously, I think that was pretty obvious now with the amount of blood debt. We're not into consumption range now. We're playing redeemed.
I think you're right.
Yeah, well, we are now.
To an end point of redeemed. But I think he wins before he gets there.
Yeah, maybe. Fun game regardless. This has been really, really fun. So again, another order for 6. Easy block. But
you say that, but he's only got about 12 cards remaining.
Oh no, he's held. He's held, so he's got +3. It's coming in for 9. Yeah.
Big turn.
Yeah, it's just he's trying to. I think he's just trying to just deck Yorgos out. Really, he's just trying to.
He's presenting lethal.
He's fatiguing Bravo. So banish these 3. Blood debt turned off.
But this is what we were saying, right? The card recursion you can get from the banish zone with Howls, with the Guardian of Shadow Realm if you need it.
Yeah.
You're presenting so much damage. You're card fatiguing the opponent through damage.
Well, here we go.
This is it. It's got to be this, but he's got enough cards to block.
It's just a humble. It's a very humble.
It's a humble.
Is it a humble?
Is it humble?
Can you say that really fast 3 times?
Humble. Humble.
What have we got?
Humble. Okay, so 6 potentially 10.
6 potentially 10. Right.
Is he going to drop the Crown of Providence?
Now this is the thing. He's trying to now go, Michael.
Yeah.
Give me a hand, and take the blood debt.
Or he can drop to 1 and go to Levia redeemed and go back up to 8.
Yeah, but then he's just giving Bravo just the full tempo, just to have that again and just go. Yeah, this is the strat, the humble pummel.
This is true. If he was playing Fleshbag here,
this would have been over.
That's not an issue.
Yeah.
Because that pummel's not coming out.
100%. You could have just blocked up, put the Scanning Fleshbag in, get rid of that pummel, call it a day.
Yeah.
Maybe that Scanning Fleshbag would have been a big deal. But we're here. It isn't happening. Everybody's learning.
It's interesting to see what he's got.
Yeah.
He might have a 3rd Guardian of the Shadow Realm. He's played 2.
Yeah, that's true. With all this thinking, so we're going in. He knows. He knows.
Do you think Yorgos has done anything wrong here?
No.
Or do you think this is just down to the way Michalis played?
I think they
Levi?
both got a strategy, and they're both playing to that strategy to a point, right? They're just playing. Like Yorgos' plan is going, I need to get humble, and I need to hit that I need to get this to execute at a critical point of the game. And he had 2 goes of it, and he knew the first one was never going to land, but I think he actually probably wanted to strip the husk from Michael with another attack, but it just never happened.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, the husk was able to cover up that humble really well.
Yes.
And this was I think this was the crucial point, and I think that blue Dread Screamer is the biggest thing that's pivot the whole game now.
Dread Screamers have really been played well in this.
No, 100%, because he doesn't want to hit the redeem button just yet. He just needs to keep that blood debt managed and under control now, which he has done.
Yeah.
And he's coming in with damage, and Yorgos' deck is really low now. So that keeping that Dread Screamer into Arsenal is probably the biggest turning point.
I'm very happy to report, by the way, this means a lot to me.
Does it?
That we have 2 6-0 Katsus in the tournament.
Really? Wow. Well, I mean, you're jumping on the next game. Surely we've got to get a Katsu on.
I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be on the next
Bravo
game.
is coming in with a dominated
Cranial crush.
That's it. Yeah.
That's not what I was expecting.
I wasn't expecting that either, but this is, and he's keeping as well. Look at all the pitch set. He's keeping the Tear Asunder. They're all being pitched up. He's keeping
all
that
there.
for the so he can come in and tear asunder later on. Just get that dominate turn and just discard some cards. He's trying to get him into that redeem point. So yeah,
he's just trying to push him down.
We were watching 2 people just execute just a really solid strategy, pitching these cards for a real late game, and both of them are just know their plan inside out. So
this has been such an interesting game. The back and forth has been beautiful.
I know. So Yorgos has got what, about 8-ish cards left?
Not even that. I don't.
Maybe
8.
Yeah. I mean, just on a quick glance, it's wow. I honestly for a while I was just like,
Levi has
Levi. Now
about
I'm like,
12 or 14 cards left and enough in graveyard.
And nothing going to explode him. But that thank goodness for redeem, right?
Well,
what?
Are we going to see that? Are we going to see him take the lead?
Well, he has to redeem. He can't. He's not going to die on his own blood debt at this point. You know, he can always just go, right, I'll just redeem.
Yeah.
But it's a matter of, after I've redeemed,
how are you going to deal with that?
Yorgos got enough threats back to just completely take this temper back? But like I said, we're seeing
all the big threats.
We're seeing
maybe 1 blood rush left
pitched up.
So
these are big cards. So even though for this whole time it was looking like Michael is in the driver's seat, which he was, to be fair, but this is also part of Yorgos' long-term plan. But I'm seeing Yorgos having a.
I mean, as we've said before,
he's having a think here. I think he's. Oh no, head in hands.
As we've said before, a game of flesh and blood is never over until it's truly over.
Yeah, I think he's. I can imagine something's going to come round, and I'm going to have when it's all over.
He's thinking about the pummel.
I think he is, but he's also. He's like a turn off or something.
I mean, Levi redeemed cost an action point.
Yeah. And
so he's currently blocking 5.
So what does he do now?
He's currently blocking 5. If he goes pummel, he's taking 7 damage, but then he goes straight back up to 8 and turns into Levi redeemed.
Yeah, that's very true. That's a good point. That's a really good point.
So is it worth doing the pummel now?
He's not. He's going to wait. Michael can't draw. But does he have anything? Does he have any way of...
He's going scabs.
Oh, well,
is he going to go Levi redeemed anyway?
We'll see.
He's on 8. Is he going to just do it?
Well, we'll see. Okay. Roll. The result?
Gamble of gloves.
He rolled a 1. Okay, everybody, hold hands.
Oh! Oh my!
no!
Oh my!
After all that,
That's
after
game.
all that, after all that.
Oh my
Oh my
goodness!
god!
Oh my
After all
goodness!
that. Wow.
Jeez!
So it turns out Levia just loses to herself.
Like,
Well, that's what happened. That's what happened.
why did she not go Levi Redeem?
Because no, he went scabs.
Yeah. Oh, he
Rolled a 1.
lost an action point.
He, no,
He couldn't even do it. He lost it. He
has
got
to
0
re-roll.
action point.
He
Yeah.
just went. I'm got.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see what
No.
happens.
Sorry.
He
Yeah.
could
It was
just
double
roll.
1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my.
Yorgos with the luckiest
Yorgos,
gate, maybe.
I mean, that's that's it.
Oh my goodness.
That's it.
Oh.
It's just
I
the
don't
way
know how.
it is.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's, what can you say? You put dice in a game. You know, you're gonna roll a 1. You're gonna roll a 1 at some point.
I am shook.
You're shooken.
I am shook.
Yeah. Oh my days. It was.
How does everyone chat? How do you feel out there?
Yeah.
I think,
It's just.
that was such a good game.
You know what? I think it's a little bit. The only thing I feel like it's a little bit. Is anticlimactic the word?
Anticlimactic, yeah.
Is that the right
Yeah.
word? And I don't. And the only reason I say it like that is because we just watched this really long game execution come out, and
Yeah.
you're watching someone just complete their master plan.
Yeah.
And then and then he slips on the banana.
Basically,
You
it
just
was
watched
like
the whole film
a
and you went-
slapstick comedy film.
Yeah, and you just went wham wham, and you're
Well,
like, oh, like.
I mean, what can
we
we
just
say?
went
What an incredible game, and what a way to finish.
I,
What a Levia way
What?
to finish.
oh, wow, we've had the light of soul.
It was not a good omen for Levia.
No, the light of soul was like, no, roll
Wow.
the 1.
Wow, I don't really know what to say.
I mean,
It's
maybe
hard to analyze the end of the game when it came down to 2 dice roll.
here's a question, and it might be unfair, but we'll find out later on. But did he need to roll the scouts? And the question is probably always, yeah, maybe, because when you got gambler's gloves, it's an out, right?
So
what
I
what was his hand?
I think he could have gone to Levi redeemed, but that would have been his turn.
Did he have a way to?
But then you're giving the tempo back to Bravo.
Yeah,
If he'd have played Endless More,
yeah,
he had a lot of misses in his graveyard that he didn't want to gamble on that either.
right. So he
So
wanted to.
he
get
wanted
2
to
actions.
mitigate, get 2 actions, go Levi redeemed, and then Endless More.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Right?
if you can find the best play out of that. It's almost like it's not Sonata, but Runeblade players, you got to dig in deep somewhere, and sometimes you just got to go, right, I will play Sonata. I'm going to look at the top 3 cards in my deck, and there's a Gloom. Thank goodness
Yeah.
Gloom is here. It's just pulled me
Yeah.
out of the game. When you play your Ancestral Empowerment,
Yeah.
and you draw that
It
card,
turns
and
the
it just
game.
turns the game round. That's
What-
what this scab roll was. You've
what
got
we
to
should
re-roll
say-
to back you up.
Is that, as we said, a game is never over till it's over.
No.
And Yorgos managed to stay in that game with good blocking, good defensive,
Yeah.
good life gain. And if you've not died, you're still in the game.
Yeah,
like
100%.
that game epitomizes if you are not dead, you are still in the game.
100%. And I think when I use the words anticlimactic, it's just because, again, like I said, you're just trying to dig up that end game turn. And I think when Yorgos was just going, none of us executed our game plan, end game turn. But it is what it is. But thank you so much. We're going to move over to a break, and then we're going to get Barry on to interview Yorgos and give him his thoughts.
Wow. Bye, everyone.
Hi, welcome back to the Calling Birmingham. I've been joined by Yorgos. Wow. Okay. I was looking at your deck going, there's only about 4 cards left.
Yeah,
It's just
there's
like-
5 cards, 4. I mean,
Yeah. When Yorgos, when Mikkel just went, there's no point in having the dice on my blood debt. He's gone far beyond that. And he was just like, yeah, you've got a pile of dice there, mate. That was crazy. It's just like, it's such a slim chance, when you roll that double 1, and it was just like, oh, okay.
I mean, it's actually part, the good thing about extending the game so much is at some point they are going to roll the die to push damage, so they will roll a 1. But Panther had, an amazing he never rolled the die when he didn't need to, so he still had the gambler's glove. So the play he did at the end was super safe. I mean, I was at a really bad spot, but sometimes 1 of 36 happens, and
So he rolled scabs against levers because out of the 11 cards he had in his discard pile, 7 of them were non-6 power attacks. So he was trying to transform into Levia redeemed, and went for the scabs play so he would ensure that he had an extraction point so he could do it. Unfortunately, that just didn't come off. But he knows your gameplay. He watches Fab. He's a regular viewer to you on Fab Chaos on Twitch. He's followed your 16 days of prep. It was just, when you sat down, you were like, wow. Even Hamish was like, oh my God, this is brilliant. But he sat down. He's like, I'm going to show you why you don't take a bad deck. Why Bravo was a bad pick. And to be fair to him,
I mean,
he had the tempo all the way through that.
And the whole trick with Humble is way worse when the opponent knows about it and has the cards to actually prepare for it. But it's I needed for him to get to his blood depth faster, and he took his long time to actually start feeling the blood depth, and that's why that was the hardest part of this game. And I mean, at the last round before he rolled the double one, I was really thinking about playing the Pummel from Arsenal or not, because I don't think I had the resources left if I played the Pummel. If he just went, okay, I transform into Levia redeemed. So I don't think I had the resources to actually kill him with the small amount of deck I had. So that's why it was a really hard call for me as well. And he still had some threats that maybe he was able to, threaten me out and deck me out.
So if it had gone into redeemed, that was it.
Yeah, if he missed, I mean, he had like 20 blood depth towards the end of the game. So yeah, if he missed, he was dead.
Yeah, nice. So the rest of the tournament so far, you've taken Bravo. It's like the third highest pick today.
Yeah.
There's a heck of a lot of Bravos. What made you pick him after the 16 days of like solid testing, like 3 to 4 hours of streaming a day? Why Bravo?
Well, I think first of all, Bravo is a great pick because it doesn't really has bad matchups. I mean, you will play each of your game. And that's a good thing to begin with on such a wide new meta game. It's so great to have a deck that can actually play into everything. I played versus Briar, I played versus Lexi, I played versus Dromai, I played now versus Levia, and I have a game plan that I actually feel relieved having this game plan against this hero. So that's why I think it was the most solid choice. It's not as good as Oldheim by any comparison, but it's still a pretty good deck into a wide meta game.
Cool. There's a few people talking about the sigil. That was a genuine mistake. You had no idea that it was actually under there, and when the rep judge came in, you were like, oh, right, okay. I could tell from your reaction that was a complete mistake. I
mean, I would love to have 5 red sigils in my deck, but reputting them on the bottom is not the way. No.
Yeah, I can tell from your reaction there. I mean, they didn't. Obviously the people are not going to see your reaction to it, and that was it was a genuine one. We're going to cut to a community video. Good luck. One more round for today.
Thank you. One more round for today.
Yeah. Nice. Brilliant.
I'll see you around.